Hello world. So this video is about goal setting, and basically what you put into your internship is what you get out of it. So it's important and imperative to create goals and to follow them. Basically, if this is your goal, you need to make sure you're up to par. You need to basically make sure that if this is your goal, that if you're not here, you need to see why you're down here, why you're underperforming, what factors are interfering with what you had in mind. And if you're up here, keep at it. See, but don't just be like, well, I'm surpassing my goal. I'm doing great. Basically look at and see why you're up here and see what has influenced that. What are you tackling that's doing making you do so great, or is your goal not hard enough? um so I'm really excited and I'm really ready to just share with you three of my goals and just a couple of reflection questions and go from there. So the first goal is about personal development, and it basically asks, how will I become more aware of myself, my thoughts, and my emotions? And honestly, my goal is pretty simple. It's hard to define, but it's pretty simple. Over the next 2 months, I want to fall in love with myself. I want to know what makes me happy, and I feel like venturing away from my home, venturing away to Cape Town will, honest to God, be an environment where I can fall in love with my true self, where I can find things that I love to do, like going to a cafe, walking to the beach, being with other peers of mine. Like, find things, small things that make me happy. Because over the last couple of months, I kind of lost touch with myself. I was in a low point. I'm better now, but I was most definitely in a point where I was doing things for other people, where my perspective was to help others but not to help myself. And it got me to a place where I became very, very, very sick because I wasn't eating, I wasn't getting any sleep because my priorities were misaligned. I wasn't necessarily thinking about laying in bed to catch up on some sleep. I wasn't thinking about cooking some chicken alfredo to get some nourishment in my body. I wasn't thinking about myself. And when I'm in Cape Town, I most definitely will put myself first. I most definitely will find what makes me happy because that's a goal that I want to set. It might be ambiguous, it might not be straightforward, but falling in love with myself is something I most definitely need to do. Now, the second question asks about professional development. And the goal is supposed to answer, how will I build skills and how will I develop personal qualities that are necessary to be effective in the workplace? Now, my goal is to increase my ability to be able to communicate with my coworkers from another culture, because I think it is important to understand the values and the styles of communication from their perspective. Because I can go in with an American attitude, but if that American attitude is confrontational with what is necessary in Cape Town, then I'm going to have some issues. I want to step back and observe first. I want to learn the most appropriate way to speak to people, to ask for help. Because if I don't, then I'm going to have a tough 8 weeks. These 2 months are going to be tough if I cannot talk to people in the right way. Now, I'm going to be working at the Cape Town Science Center. And it throws everyone off, whoever I talk to about it. They're like, what type of science are you in? Shay, I thought you were a business student. Why are you doing chemistry and bio? No. The best way I can describe the work that I'm going to be doing is that it's going to be similar to the Children's Museum in Corville. There's going to be a whole lot of hands-on workshops and stations and things of that nature, and I'm going to be in charge of doing it all. Only because the woman that's in charge of that portion of the institute, she is big and pregnant, ready to pop at any moment in time. And during our Skype interview, it wasn't just like a one-on-one. It was actually me and a couple ladies, a couple of the heads of the institute, and we kind of discussed what her role is and how she creates everything, how she does annual events, and how she does this and that, right? And what I kind of got out of it was when she goes on maternity leave, it's Shay Shay taking over. I'm going to be working on everything, but because on campus I'm heavily involved, but my involvement in creating programming and throwing events a couple times a month, I don't do it alone. I have a sweet executive team on every organization that I'm a part of, great advisors that I consult, things like that. So I'm kind of nervous about how to step foot and take over a role of an event planner when I don't know exactly what the organization does. Yeah, and it's kind of worrisome to me that I want to be expected to do everything, but I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so I think it's important that I build my communication skills and build upon my ability to communicate with my coworkers and just be like, hey, this is my idea. How do I go about implementing it? Hey, I'm running into this problem. How do I go about fixing it? Things like that. Having an open line of communication, being transparent is key. And I just want to do that with my coworkers, especially since they're from a different culture. And it might be a little odd at first on the best way to approach them and to ask for help. Now, the third goal setting portion of this video covers my cross-cultural understanding or my global mindset goal. And basically, the question is, what experiences will I seek to become more culturally aware? Now, the students that I'm traveling with, or at least from UI, all the conversation that I'm hearing is like, let's go hiking every day. Oh my god, the Shark Tank, this and that. It's all tourist attractions, and I do not want to spend 8 weeks of my life in a beautiful new country doing that every day repetitively. Is not worth my time. So, what I will do is immerse myself in the culture. I will take on the initiative to go into townships and to learn about the people and meet, and I don't know, I'm just going to meet everybody, talk to everybody. That's what I want to do. When I first started to think of a SMART goal for the cross-cultural or global mindset question, I looked back at the very first SMART goal that I set for the University of Iowa. Now, for my Tippy Direct Admit seminar, we were tasked with setting a SMART goal for our first semester. And my very first goal at the top of the paper was that I wanted to participate in the alternative spring break, because that program you go on, the program that you go on, you have the option of visiting one of many different locations in the nation, and you basically do programming and hands-on work where you address social issues. Now, I love this because you meet many different people who are facing these same issues that you want to cover, and the people that you're going to meet, they teach you a whole lot more than what you will ever learn from a textbook or a lecture seating. A whole lot more because they have experienced it firsthand. They give you that personal viewpoint on it. And I can't go to Cape Town and say, like, oh, I met this person, oh, I did this, if I do not have conversations with people, if I do not have open lines of communication, and just to learn about people, to bring stories back, just to get a feel for what the experience is. So, to ensure that I pretty much gain a global mindset, I feel that it is imperative that I not only do the touristy things, but that I also visit townships and learn about people. So, what I plan to do is once a week, I plan to travel into a township or go into a neighborhood, go sit at a cafe or anything like that, and I plan to talk to people. Get a little bit about them and who they are, make a new friend. That's what I want to do while I'm in Cape Town. That is how I feel it is imperative to build a global mindset. Now, the last two questions of this video are just general reflection questions. And the first one asks, what do I want the supervisor or my supervisor, my manager, so be it, to remember about me once I leave my internship? And there's many, many, many things that I want that to be positive that my employer remembers about me. But the main one is that they see from Jump Street that I am driven and that I am so excited to be working for them, that I am open-minded, and that I love to learn new things, build upon what I already know. I want them to see that I'm a great worker, to see that I am capable of accomplishing a lot, that at the end of the day, Shaylin is going to get the job done. Shaylin will work her ass off to make sure it's done. Now, the last question asks, where do I hope to be 1 year from now? And how might my internship influence this? 1 year from now, I will be finishing up my junior year. And I don't know how I'm going to top a summer internship that's better than Cape Town. Nothing's going to top this. This is like a peak of my life. But 1 year from now, I want to be in a place in my life where, one, I'm happy. Like I said earlier in this video, I want to fall in love with myself. I want to have experiences while I'm in Cape Town that will build me to be a better person. I want to be happy. I'm going to be happy. But I'm not going to have any happiness if I'm panicking about everything. So 1 year from now, I want to be able to control my anxiety, to know that although my internship in Cape Town was an amazing experience, that I still got to work, that I must go on and be like, yes, Cape Town has made me and instilled in me all kinds of values and experiences, but I can't just live in summer 2017 for the rest of my life. I need to move on. I need to take the experiences with me, though. And I think 1 year from now, I want to be looking for an internship in Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm doing event planning. I want to move to Atlanta once I graduate. And I think if I have an internship um, in that city, then I will know the community. I will love my job. And I'm going to come into this new internship with the skills that I have built while I'm in Cape Town, with the cross cultural experience that I have had. And I want 1 year from now to be happy in Atlanta with skills that I have taken from Cape Town. Ta-da! I couldn't finish it off, but that's what I want to do. And I really love this topic for this week because goal setting is important. Like I said, um, you won't be able to get out anything from this experience abroad if you don't put anything in it. You got to put some work in it. And I most definitely am going to align my goals, double check, cross check, reference, and see what I have done and see where I can go. Till next time, you guys.